Hi, I'm Ethan Green from NoSleeplessNights.com, and in this video I'm going to unbox, test and review the Dreamegg D11 white noise machine. Now I think this is one which has been geared specifically towards the parents of small children because it has a nightlight, and also 3 of the 11 sounds are lullabies and a heartbeat sound, so perhaps it's one that adults on their own won't make the full use of. However, I could be wrong. The manufacturer does say that this is one that adults will enjoy as well, so I'm going to put that to the test and see whether this is a viable white noise machine for anybody, or whether it's really going to be the parents of small children that appreciate it most. So without further ado, let's pop over to the table, unbox it, have a listen to the sounds and check out the nightlight. Okay, so let's unbox the Dreamegg and see what we've got inside. You might notice there's a change in my audio, and that's because I've moved my microphone closer to the box. Closer to the device. Okay, move that out of the way. So inside we have the white noise machine itself, which I can immediately see is a lot smaller than previous Dreameggs. Here is the D3, for example, which is much bigger, so it can be interesting to see what else it has in there in terms of features that makes up for that small size. So we have on the edge here the cord, which I believe has been included so that you can hang it in children's rooms. You can see here the bit where I'm imagining the nightlight is going to come from. So even though this is rechargeable, I very much doubt it's got battery. Oh, I'm wrong. It does have battery. And hang on, let me see if I can turn the volume down. There you go. I wasn't expecting that at all, but there you go. That's nice of them. So you can immediately see the nightlight is already on. And I know from previous videos when I try to show the nightlight in the daytime when I've got my filming lights as well, it kind of doesn't really show it. So a bit later I will, oh there you go, if I turn it towards the camera that's a bit nicer. But I'll also film it later on in the bedroom and then cut it back in so you can see it. So here's a video that future me took of the nightlight in the bedroom. Okay, and back to the device. So let's have a look at the charging cable and see what you've got. Immediately I can see that there's no power adapter, so you're going to need your own USB socket, which isn't too difficult to come by nowadays. So I'm going to put that out of the way. It's quite small, this charging cable, but to be fair, I have seen smaller ones such as the Electrofan Micro 2, but it should be absolutely fine. Okay, so back to the device. I'm wondering if I can turn the light off. Probably this light button. There we go, it's just going to make my filming a little bit easier. In fact, that looks like it's dimmed it. Okay, so back to this, and let's turn off the volume for a second. And I'm just going to look and see if there are instructions, which didn't seem to pop out of the box. Oh no, here we go. I just didn't open the box very effectively. Okay, so what have we got here? VIP invitation, probably to some club or bonus scheme or whatever. I'm not going to bother with that. Here we've got some social media stuff and a warranty card. Oh, that's interesting. There's a extended 6 months warranty free. Oh no, hang on, extend 6 months warranty free. Does that mean that it already includes it, or you need to do something? Additional 6 months warranty. Okay, so it looks like you need to do something, which wouldn't surprise me if you need to sign up to some things or maybe give a review and then you get a longer warranty. Who knows? Okay, so the manual. I know from previous videos that people sometimes appreciate it when their device didn't come with a manual or they lose it, that I go through the manual and just open it up on each page so people can see. So there's the warranty. It comes with a 365-day replacement warranty, that's really good, and 60 days money-back guarantee, which is also good. And the additional 6 months warranty, you just need to register it and email them. So that's actually a really good warranty for a white noise machine. Okay, some safety information. I'm not going to bother with that for now. The package contents, looks like I had all of that. Technical information. This is quite interesting to see if they've got speaker specs. 3 watts. Okay, so it's louder than some of the other white noise machines that I've looked at, definitely. So that's going to be interesting to test out. Here we go, the let me see. White noise, nature sound, fan sound, timer and timer indicator. Power button, volume up, volume down. Light control and charging port. There's quite a lot of buttons for this small device, and a child lock button. Let's have a look at that. There we go. Okay, so that's good. If you don't want your kids picking it up and changing the settings in the night, then you can lock it. Assuming they don't work out how to change the lock. It's not exactly the most difficult child-proof lock I've ever seen. I guess it depends how old they are. Okay, so in terms of the buttons, we've got buttons on that side, which is great because quite often these days you see white noise machines that just have a limited number of buttons and you have to push them for some settings or hold them for other settings, and that just really irritates me. So I'm glad to see that there's more buttons on this device. So let's go back to them, go through the instructions again a bit more. Get started, power on. That's pretty straightforward, just a long hold on that one. Charge it. Don't need to do that because they've kindly already charged it. It says here generally takes around 1.5 hours to get it fully charged, which is relatively quick, and that's quite good. So how long does it last for? It doesn't say. Normally I find that these white noise machines, if you charge it up and you leave it on all night, you'll definitely get the whole night, sometimes into the next night as well. High voltage protection. Pick a sound, so white noise, 9 nature sounds, 1 fan sound, so that's 11 in total. So let's just have a look and see what we've got. We've got the ocean, brook, lullaby, music box, shushing, vacuum cleaner, fetal tone, fair sound and cricket sound. You'll hear an indicator when you press the button 9 times. Okay, so that's good. I like the fact that they tell you when you've reached the end of the list. And I'm just looking through there, and it looks like there's more than 3, which is what I said earlier, sounds that are dedicated towards children. Because I imagine the lullaby, music box, shushing, vacuum cleaner, and fetal tone are all designed for children. So that's 5 out of 11. So that immediately makes me think that this is not really going to be a white noise machine for adults. But yeah, you might disagree with me. So set the timer, toggle through the timer button, 30, 60, 90 minutes. That's good. It's got 3 different timer settings and you can run it continuously. Volume adjustment, short press or long press to turn up the volume. Volume down, same again. Nightlight, short press and makes it into steady mode. Short press the second time into breathing mode. Oh, that's interesting. Third time and the nightlight turns off, and brightness level adjustment. When it's in steady mode, hold and press the nightlight button and it will circulate between bright and dim. I actually tested the different nightlight settings after the unboxing. Here's a video that I took afterwards. And I really like the fact that you can adjust the dimness and the brightness when it's on steady mode. I wasn't too impressed with the breathing mode though. I think it's a very original idea, but I couldn't really imagine a situation where I would choose it over a constant brightness. Child lock memory, remembers the last setting. That's really good, I like that. Something that I know lots of people appreciate as well. Low battery warning. Troubleshooting. Okay, so I apologise if that was a little bit boring for you, but I know some people really appreciate it, just being able to listen to all the different, or see rather, all the different instructions. So my brain's already thinking about the next bit, which is where we're going to listen to the sound. So let's turn it on again. I'm going to try and not talk too much because I know people sometimes criticise me for talking over the sounds, and let's go through them. So here we go. Okay, trying to turn the volume up. Is that even the volume button? Nothing seems to be happening there. Why is it not turning up? I was pressing the wrong button, that's why. Okay, so let's listen to the fan sound. That's really loud for the fan sound. And the white noise. Okay, I'm just going to turn it off for a second and comment on the fan and the white noise. They're both really loud. And actually I really like the fact that since they only have one white noise, they've chosen a very deep white noise, which is great. Sometimes it's the normal high frequency white noise, which can be a little bit intense for some people. So I like the fact they've got a deeper one. Okay, so let's have a listen to the nature sounds. And I'm going to stop talking literally and just play through all of them. Okay, so I'm going to turn the volume down again and just talk about those sounds. So we had Ocean and Brook, which I liked. I think they were quite nice. Lullaby Music Box, the Shushing and Vacuum Cleaner and Fetal Tone, definitely ones for kids. I'll let you decide if you're an adult watching this and you've got your own kids, what you thought about those. The Fair Sound, yeah, again, I can see that would be quite a nice one. And the Cricket Sound, again, quite a realistic one. Quite like that one. So overall, I have to say that if I was buying this for myself, push that out of the way. Never seem to manage to push the pieces of paper off screen. Sorry, if I was buying this for myself as an adult, I'm not sure that I would choose this over a white noise machine, which is dedicated towards adults more than small children. But if you're a parent, I think this is actually a really good option. I think it's good that it's got all of those nature sounds, the two melodies and the nightlight. Another thing that's good for parents then is the timers. So here you can see on the side that there's a little light with 30, 60 and 90, and just press this button presumably. There you go, and that's going to tell you. So it's 30, 60, 90, and that will be continuous, I imagine. So again, I think that overall this is actually a pretty good white noise machine from what I can tell, for kids anyway. I'm just wondering what that little thing there does. Didn't say anything in the instructions. So let's have again comparison to the D3. Now, as you can see, the D3 is much bigger, but is it louder? That's something that I'm really keen to find out. So I'm going to turn this one back up again. I'm going to put it on a white noise setting. Where is it? White noise. Turn the volume all the way up. Okay, 85 decibels, that's very loud actually for a white noise machine. So let's see the D3, put it on the white noise. Okay, so the D3 actually is a little bit louder, but not too much considering how big it is. Okay, so it's one thing to get the white noise machine out of the box and have a listen to it and give you my first thoughts, but another thing entirely to spend a week using it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use it every night for a week and listen to the sounds, try and work out how long the loops are and how good the features really are when you use them night after night. Okay, so I've now had a chance to use it for a little bit longer, and a lot of my first impressions I think were completely right, which I'm very happy to be able to report. But first of all, let's talk about the sounds. So something that I was really interested in is the looping, because I know that that's something that's really important to people. I managed to time 3 of them. Some of them it's kind of impossible to time because it just repeats and doesn't have a break or a click, which is a good thing, I guess. But the 2 melodies, they last for 1.5 minutes, just under 1.5 minutes, one of them, and that's actually a really good time. I think if you're a parent that's ever been in a child's bedroom singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to your best ability, then you know that it repeats and it repeats and it repeats. So 1.5 minutes of a melody is pretty good, I think. Now, one thing that I will definitely criticise this machine about is the fair sound. Now, this is one where when I was listening to it, I couldn't work out the accents at first, or the language, or where the noise is coming from. But every 30 seconds, it's on a 30-second loop, someone says no puede, which basically in Spanish means he or she or it can't. And I think for me that's kind of a negative subliminal message. So if your kids understand Spanish, I wouldn't play them that all night long, because every 30 seconds someone that they don't know is going to say it can't or he or she can't, which is just a bit negative. So I'm a bit weirded out by that one, I have to say. Now, as for the other nature sounds, I thought they were actually pretty good. It's a shame that there's no rain. I know that that's a really popular one. I think just a standard rain sound would have been good. So I don't know why they didn't include that. Maybe a lack of space because of the internal battery and the light. Now, talking about those 2 things, those are 2 of the things that I think this machine has most going for it. It's great that it has that rechargeable internal battery, and the little rope means that you can hang it where you like, and it's just really convenient, so you don't need to keep it plugged in. And the light, I think, is fantastic. Compared to some of the other night lights that I've seen, it's actually a really good one. I like the fact that you can change the brightness and it has different settings, and it has a nice warm glow as well. So for me, those are really 2 of the strong points about this machine, along with the fact that even though you're not supposed to play white noise loudly to kids, if you're an adult wanting to play it, to block out or mask external noise, it's actually really good. So overall, I think it's actually a pretty good device. It's not one that I would perhaps lean towards if I was an adult. Well, I am an adult. If I was an adult looking to buy one for myself, but for children, yeah, definitely just don't play them the fair one if they understand Spanish. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're interested in buying it, please use the link in the description below. And also please subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep in touch with me and see future reviews.